Okay, so in this video, I'll show you how to solve number 5 for the type 2 of the assessment 2 on topic number 4. This is on basic algebra and algebraic manipulation. So number 5 is about simplifying algebraic expressions. So I'll explain clearly how to approach type 2 expressions. Okay, how do you deal with them, where to start, and what to simplify first. The first problem given was, so this is negative 4 times the group 3 times 3x plus 4y minus 6 times negative 3x minus 5y. Now the key in simplifying expressions like this is always work from the inside. When we say work from the inside, okay, so there are grouping symbols that you could see. So simplify first the expressions inside those grouping symbols. Do not touch negative 4 yet, do not multiply that yet. You do that as the last step. Okay, so take a look at the expression inside the first big group. Okay, so within this group, you have subgroups 3 times 3x plus 4y and minus 6 times negative 3x minus 5y. So you might want, so the best way to approach this is to simplify first these expressions inside. So 3 times 3x and plus 3 times 4y, that will give you 9x and 12y. Okay, note, even if you simplify this will not affect the product of 6 and negative 3x minus 5y. So it's perfectly fine to simplify it now. So from this group, the negative 6 times negative 3x minus 5y, this will become positive 18. That's minus 6 times negative 3x. Negative times negative is positive. And then negative 6 times negative 5 is positive 30y. That's how you simplify this group of expression. Okay, so always be careful with the minus sign. Think of it as a negative so that you could easily simplify it. So negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. Negative 6 times negative 5 is positive 30. And from there, you could group the like terms. You have the x and you have the y. So I group them here, 9x and 18x, 12y and 30y, just for you to easily see what to combine. Sometimes when you do mental computation here, you mix up the values, like some common mistakes happen when like you added the x and the y together instead of the x and the x. So my suggestion is you group together the x and then you group together the y before combining them. So once you have this step, you have 9x plus 18x is 27x. 12y plus 30y is 42y. So you have negative 4. Remember, we are not touching the negative 4 yet. So this expression here now becomes 27x plus 42y. And from there, you can already multiply negative 4. So you have negative 4 times 27, that's negative 108. So this is negative 108x. The negative 4 times positive 42 will give you negative 168. So we have minus 168y. So that's the expanded version of the expression given in 5a. Okay, let's move to 5b. So same idea, always work from the inside. So you see a big group here. So let's just add the symbol. So it's a big group inside. So this is a big group inside. So don't mind the negative 1/4. Just work on this group of expressions. Okay. Now, if you take a look at this, even if you simplify this, it will not affect the minus 4 times p minus 2 times p plus 3q. So it's perfectly okay if you already multiply 8 to 2p and 8 to minus q, which will give you minus 16p minus 8q. And then from here, although you have a minus 4 times a group, we do not multiply 4 yet because there is something that you have to fix inside. Remember, you have to work from the inside. So inside, you have the p minus 2 times p plus 3q. Following the PEMDAS, you multiply first before you subtract. So 2 goes to P and 2 goes to 3Q. That's minus 2P here, and then minus 6Q. And then you have P minus 2P, that's P minus 2P, then minus 6Q. So P minus 2P becomes minus P. Minus 6Q is still minus 6Q. The minus 4 is still there, minus 4. The 16P and the 8Q are still there. And then we proceed to the next step. So looking at the group of expressions, you could see that we need to simplify this first before combining 6P and 8Q to this group. So that is why we have to multiply, distributive law. Negative 4, this is a parenthesis, it means multiplication. So negative 4 times negative P, that's positive 4P. Negative 4 times negative 6 is positive 24Q. And after that, you could already add the P's and the Q's. So you could group together first the P, group together the Q's. So see, I'm carrying the sign, minus 8Q, that's minus 8Q, and then plus 24Q, plus 24Q. 16 plus 4 is 20. Negative 8 plus 24 is 16. And then from here, you could already distribute negative 1/4. Times by negative 1/4 means dividing by 4. That is why you have negative 5P for 20P, because that means 20 times 1 divided by 4, negative 5. 16 times 1 divided by 4 is 4. But because of that minus sign, the sign here is negative. Okay, so as you can see, you could have different expressions given in the test, but the key idea is for you to know where to work first. Again, the key is to work from the inside. You work from the inside, do some distribution, okay, distribute properly, combine like terms, until you have simplified the expression. Normally, you multiply the number outside only at the end of the solution. Okay? So let's move to the next. Letter C is combining fractions with grouping symbols. Again, the idea is work from the inside. Don't mind this yet. So you have something to work on here. So you have a 3 and 21. You might want to change that into 21 for the LCD. So this will be, so as you can see from the solution, let's jump here. The 3 becomes 21 by multiplying by 7. So why is the 7 here? By the rule, when you multiply the denominator by a number, you have to multiply the numerator as well with the same number. So when 3 became 21, that is by multiplying it by 7, the 2x minus y should be multiplied as well to 7. Okay, hence you have 7 times 2x minus 2y. Then this one, we just copy 2x minus 3y over 21. Then you can work from here, 7 times 2x is 14x, 7 times 2y, so that's minus 14y over 21. And then, since you have the same denominators now, you can add directly the 2. That's 14x minus 14y plus 2x minus 3y over a single denominator, 21. And then you combine like terms, 14x and 2x will become 16. Minus 14y minus 3y will become minus 17y. And then this is the time that you could already combine 3x minus 15 over 7. Now since the denominator of the first fraction is a 7, we have to convert this into 21. So we have to multiply this by 3. So multiplying this by 3 means you have to multiply 3x minus 15 by 3. Hence, you have 3 times 3x minus 15. So 3 times 3x minus 15 over 21 minus 16x minus 17y over 21 is, or should be combined into a single fraction. So, by the way, you might want to multiply 3 to 3x and 3 to 15. So that gives you 9x minus 45 over 21 minus 16x minus 17y over 21. And finally, combine in the single fraction. Now this is very critical because when you combine two fractions and the operation is a minus sign in between, I highly suggest that you put parentheses for the group. See, you're taking this together, so you have to put them in the parentheses, okay? Because the minus sign will affect both of these values, not just 16x, not just 17y, but both of these terms or values will be affected. So when I combine them in a single fraction, so note how I place the parentheses for the 16x minus 17y. Now 9x minus 45, that's positive, so nothing will happen to 9x minus 45. And then from here, you apply the distributive law, the minus 16x, so that's your minus 16x, and then negative is positive, so plus 17y. And finally, all you have to do is to combine the like terms, the 9x and 16x, that's 9x minus 16x, that's negative 7, that's negative 7x, and then you have the 17y, just copy it because there is no other y that you can add to the y, the 17y, and then minus 45, just copy. So as you notice, I already arranged alphabetically, so x, the y, and then the number over 21. So that's the simplest form. So we actually have an alternative way on dealing this. One way is to immediately change all the denominators to 21 and then perform the operations from there. Okay, so we'll not be explaining that, but I'll be showing you the step-by-step here, so you could refer to it. Okay, so this is the step-by-step. You can pause the video if you want to while watching this and try to understand how the second method was done. Okay, so you should be ending with the same answer because it's coming from the same problem. Okay, and also you will be able to check that the first method that you use is actually correct. Okay, so that's for this video. We were able to cover questions number 5A to 5C. So I hope you learned something from this video. Okay, that's it.